So I got a request to do a video showcasing my whole fingerboarding collection, all my obstacles and all my setups. So I did just that. The only thing is it's kind of long. So I'm going to put timestamps below if you want to skip to a certain part. Without further ado, here's the video. I hope you enjoy. So let's begin with my first couple obstacles. Now I know everyone does this when they first get into fingerboarding. This is the drawer handle rail. I made this back in like probably 2000. I wish there was a date on here. Probably 2007 or something like that. I haven't used it in a long time. I just pulled it out for this video. It's really nostalgic to see. It kind of would like tip over, you know. It's the way I designed it or the way I made it. It's very top heavy. So, but I had a lot of fun with it, you know, for, you know, spending however much it costed, $5 or whatever. I loved marble. I've always loved marble. So I made this when I was a kid. I never liked this obstacle though because it was just way too top heavy. It would always fall over. It's way too short. I should have cut it just, you know, flush. But still, nice little, you know, nostalgia piece right there. I don't really remember because this is so long ago, but I kind of got my stuff organized into the order that I got it in. So after that, I actually ordered some Black River ramps, and I remember way back then, it was like really crazy because I had to go, like we had to convert our currency to actually buy stuff like from Germany. So I would just take cash to my friend's house, and his mom would like do the currency exchange and put it all on her credit card and everything and order it. It would just all get shipped to them, and then I would go there when they got it and just pick up my stuff. So the first order that I received from Black River got this like high round rail. And for a newbie fingerboarder, this thing is so hard to use. I don't use it terribly often anymore. I thought about selling it, but it's just like, I've had it for so long, I can't get rid of it. I don't know. I'm sure I'll find a use for it eventually, especially now that I'm back into fingerboarding and I can do more stuff now, frankly. So hopefully I'll get more use out of it in the future. But this is the high round rail. Now this one actually isn't in production anymore. I forget what it was called. I thought it was like the box 3 or box 2 or something like that, or box 4 maybe. I'm putting it like lining it up next to something and ollieing onto it, you know. So yeah, it's a cool obstacle. I didn't know they stopped making it until recently, but I've always had a lot of fun with this one. This one's pretty fun, especially the lower side. As like a newbie, you can get on this side very easy, and it gets you up nice and high, so you can do flip tricks out and shit like that. So I've always liked this one. This one's fun. So after that, I remember the friend that got me into fingerboarding started to get out of it a little bit. He had like a lot of hobbies, kind of like me. So I ended up buying a lot of his old ramps. So this next batch of stuff is stuff that he bought, and then I bought from him. So the first one's this kicker. I've had this kicker forever, it seems like. I put all these stickers on it and everything. And this isn't one that I would have bought myself back in the day because I wasn't really ever like a big fan of like vert stuff. I didn't really ever think I could do anything with a kicker. But I'm glad I bought it off him because it's one of my favorite obstacles even now that I'm back into fingerboarding. So I'm glad I have that just because it's very, very fun. You can do so much with it on its own and especially with other stuff too. So this is the bigger kicker, not the pocket one, but I love it. This one's dope. So the next one is the Black River bench, like the OG bench. Not much to say about it. I did some like graffiti on this side of it just because I kind of got bored with it, I guess. Back in the day, I wasn't like a huge fan of this one, but now that I'm back into fingerboarding, I actually really, really enjoy this obstacle. It's very fun to use, just fun to grind on. It's just a simple thing you can plop up on the desk and just have a lot of fun with on its own. So I like this one. It's cool. The next one is the round or the U-rail. I never really liked the U-rail. I don't know why I bought it. I've been trying to use it more lately, but it's not an obstacle I really ever got along with. I'm not sure if they still make this one. I think they might, but I'm sure a lot of people have fun with it, but it's just not one of my personal favorites. Next is the Black River manual pad. This one's not made anymore either. I was really surprised to see, because this one's like, in my opinion, kind of like a classic. I've used this one. I use it a lot back when I first got it, and I use it a lot now. It's great. It's got round on this side, flat on this side. I love this thing. I put my favorite stickers on here. This one's one of my favorites for sure. I don't know much to say about it except that it's really, really dope. I also got this from my friend who got me into fingerboarding. It's this like just literally piece of marble that he got from he like found it or something when he was skating one day and brought it home, and it's the perfect fingerboarding obstacle. And I always would use it when I went to his house, and he was like, yo, you want it? And I was like, dude, fuck yeah, I want it. So I took it, and I skated it just kind of on its own for a really long time. I felt like it needed a little bit more height. Actually a paper towel holder, but it's kind of looks like a pallet to me. So it stacks up perfectly. Not perfectly, it could be a little bit, you know, less wide, but goes on there nicely, and I had a lot of fun with this combo here. It's just a very, like, it feels so realistic to grind on, and very satisfying to grind on, and just, you know, can't go wrong with marble, in my opinion. So the next couple things are things that I've gotten since I've gotten back into fingerboarding. The first ones are these pallets. I got them at actually Dollar Tree. They're like only $1. They're not very, you know, fancy, but they're perfect for propping stuff up, and they can look semi-realistic, so they're pretty dope. And for $1, you can't go wrong. And then the first thing I bought when I got back into fingerboarding was the square low rail. This one is like the most fun rail you'll ever buy, ever. It's super, super high quality, like insanely high quality. It's the perfect height. You can lock into, you know, grinds super easy. I have so much fun with this rail. I don't know why I didn't buy this one like a long, long time ago. I think if I ever have like a super fancy house, I want to have all the drawers be Black River. When I got back into fingerboarding, I didn't know Black River started doing stuff with brick. I was super quick to grab one of these. I just grabbed the regular, you know, brick box. I wish it had double-sided brick. That would be cool. But sometimes I'll grind the wood side just to get a different feel. I did clear coat and wax the bricks, so they're definitely super buttery. And yeah, it's fun. I like this one a lot. I definitely gonna be holding on to this one for a long time. And this one's also nice, kind of like the bench. You can just plop it on your desk and go to town, and just on its own, it's so much fun. And I love the sound this one makes too. So the next one I got is this Foul Fingers brick box, brick ledge. And this one's fun. My only beef with it though is these grooves are a little bit like too deep. And a lot of times I'll get on here and get caught on it. So I don't really like that too much. I almost thought about just flipping it over. Like I might clear coat the bottom and just literally put my rip tape on the bottom and like just use the top. You know, it's good quality stuff. I just bought one that just doesn't work with my style, I guess, because this is just too like, they're too rough for me. But I like rolling on it a lot. You know, sometimes I'll prop it up. You've seen it in my videos. I'll prop it up on something and like ollie onto it and like do a kickflip or something and like roll off. Like I love doing that. Overall, it's a great obstacle. It's just like I said, with me, with my style or whatever personal beef, I get caught up on this a little bit sometimes. So okay, so in the next part of the video, I'm gonna try to as quickly go through all these setups as I can. They range from my oldest ones over here to my newest one right here. So let's get started. So my oldest setup that I have on hand here is an old Berlin wood. I bought this one from my friend back in the day. He bought it and then used it for a while, and then I bought it off him. I'm pretty sure it's a 26 millimeter. It's super skinny. It's got the old Tech trucks on there. I'm not sure what wheels they are. I think they're like flat face G1 or G2 or something like that. I'm honestly not sure. And then rip tape up top, and of course rip tape tuning. That's only all that was available at the time. Awesome deck. Used it for a long time. Got a lot of use out of it. And now it mostly just hangs out in the collection. The next deck I got was from Flatface. This is a Premier fingerboard. I got this probably around 2008, maybe 2009. It's got pre-cut rip tape up top, and as you can see, I never bothered to put a full wide sheet on here, so that's why it has this huge annoying gap. Got a cool little board scheme sticker on there. Rip tape tuning, Tech Deck trucks, and then I'm not sure what wheels these are. I think they're flat face or maybe Sow distribution. They're some kind of old bearing wheel. I'm honestly not sure. My next setup is my first Black River board.
I bought this one with my friend. We ordered decks together, so this is the one I got. I bought this one when it first came out. I think it might have been 2008, maybe 2009. I liked cats a lot, or I still love cats a lot, so I got the cat graphic, which I thought was the coolest at the time. Tech Deck trucks, I'm not sure what kind of wheels. There's some kind of bearing wheel. They don't turn very good anymore though. And then rip tape and rip tape tuning. Got a lot of use out of this board. It was my main setup for a long time. I love it. And then right after this one, which is another Black River deck, I got this one in like 2009 or maybe early 2010. And my girlfriend at the time went to Germany for a class trip, but she brought this back for me as a souvenir. And I was so stoked. This was like the best gift ever. And I have used this one a lot. This one kind of became my main setup. So it's got rip tape up top, rip tape tuning, and then Bali trucks and Bali wheels. I'm pretty sure they're Bali trucks at least. And I love this deck. When I first got back into fingerboarding a month or two ago, I used this deck a lot. It was like my go-to deck all over again. So I kind of scratched it up a bit, but it's all in good fun. So I love it, had a lot of fun with it, but now it is officially retired. So the next set of decks are all my more modern decks, ones that I've gotten in the past couple months or so. So I'll start with the easiest one, which is just a Tech Deck Performance Series. The Tech Deck tape. I put flat face dump trucks on it, and then I think it's got rip tape tuning, or actually this has the tuning that came with my chems deck, because I like the tuning a lot, and then it has the chems, just cheap $5 wheels on there, just cheap bearing wheels. So if I ever lose it, I won't be too bummed, just because it's got, cheap parts on it, but at the same time it functions really well for what it is, so I like it. It's kind of like my travel deck right now. My next one is my Pride and Joy. This is my flat face G15 in teal. I requested a teal deck and I was so stoked and surprised to see they actually sent me a teal one, and this one's like so beautiful. I just love that bottom ply. It's absolutely gorgeous. Top ply is too. It's beautiful as well, and I like how lacquered these decks are. It's really easy to get their tape off and back on when you want to put a new sheet on there. So this one has chems tape, chems F4 tape on top. It's quickly becoming my favorite grip tape. It's just perfectly grippy and it wears in extremely nice. I got BRTs, stock BRT tuning, and then the flat face Black River wheels. I love them. They function really nicely. This deck is just gorgeous. I love it. It looks great on camera, and it's just fun to look at and use, and it functions extremely well. I think out of all my decks, this one probably is my favorite one, just favorite feeling. It just functions perfectly for my fingers. I wanted kind of a different shape, just something different, so I got this one. This is a chems 34mm low pro. This one has dynamic trucks with stock dynamic tuning and then dynamic wheels. I love these wheels. They're nice and they just feel different. I think they're still plastic, but they have a little bit more of like a softer plastic feel to them. So they're a little bit grippy, but not too much. For me, they're perfect. I like them a lot. They're kind of like soft feeling. They feel great. Nothing but great things to say about chems. They make great fingerboards, awesome quality. And they literally look just like real skateboards, which he makes real skateboards too, so that makes sense. So if you want to get like a beginner setup, I definitely recommend chems. They make great decks, and they're kind of expensive, but they're still affordable if you're getting into the hobby and you don't want to spend too much money. And you can upgrade the trucks and wheels for not too much either. So great starting point. I love this deck. This is definitely one of my favorites. My other two, this is my I got this one as a birthday present. This is my Black River setup. I wanted this graphic for a long time, and I just kind of never got it. And then I got it as a surprise for my birthday, and I was super stoked. This one has the Black River embossed grip tape on top. It's got Black River street wheels, Black River trucks, a Black River deck. I love it. It's beautiful. I haven't used it too much yet. I haven't worn it in yet. It still feels brand new. So look for it in a future video. I want to do some edits with it soon. Now this is one you probably saw in my last video, or my last short video rather. It's gotten a lot of use since then. I've worn it in pretty well. We're only having it less than a week, I think. This graphic seemed to scratch off super easy. I've not been going hard on it, but I haven't been going that hard on it, because as you can see, my other decks, they look fine. So I board slide a lot, but I don't purposely grind my shit down. But this one makes it look like I do, because this graphic's super scratched. But I've been loving it. This is a Berlin Wood extra wide low, so it's got a little bit less concave than the other ones, and a lower kicks, and I think lower kicks and lower tail too. The most noticeable thing is too, I think all these Black River decks are like that, or all the Berlinwood decks are like that, but super small tail, super big nose, and it's 33.3 millimeter wide. It's got the Berlinwood embossed tape on top. It's got Black River black trucks, and then Black River Street Dog wheels, which I've been tearing these things up, and I think these are becoming my favorite wheels too. They feel nice, they function perfectly, and they come in lots of colors with cool different designs on them. So I love these. I like these wheels a lot. They're really cool. So yeah, that's all my setups. If you got any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I would love to answer them. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Hit that subscribe button below if you haven't yet, and be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll put the links below. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.